The leader of U.S. military forces in the Pacific says America needs to do more to prevent a fight with China. Chief National Security Correspondent Jennifer Griffin has that story tonight from the Pentagon.
Amidst growing tension with China, the U.S. and the Philippines carried out the biggest military drills since 2015, an attempt to send a message to both China and Russia, days after Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin stood next to his counterpart, who announced the U.S. would have greater access to 4 new military bases, including one in Luzon, just south of Taiwan. The top commander of U.S. forces in the Pacific, Admiral John Aquilino, told the Washington Post, quote, "The current environment is probably the most dangerous I've seen in 30 years of doing this business. Everything needs to go faster," he said. "Everyone needs a sense of urgency because that's what it's going to take to prevent a conflict." The Marines just opened a new base for 5,000 Marines on Guam. A bipartisan congressional delegation met Taiwan's president today after meeting its parliament speaker Monday. The U.S. has warned China plans to provide Russia with weapons or perhaps the semiconductor chips needed to keep fighting in Ukraine. Chris Miller, the author of Chip War, argues semiconductor chips are the new oil over which future wars could be fought.
There's no doubt that China has really stepped in a big way to bail out Russia and help it acquire the components that it needs to build military systems.
90% of advanced semiconductors are made in Taiwan.
We're going to be still quite reliant on chips from Taiwan in 5 years' time, and I worry that we're not moving fast enough.
President Xi reportedly will bring a proposal for multilateral talks to end the war in Ukraine when he visits Putin in Moscow. U.S. defense officials are skeptical. Few see China as an honest broker right now. Brett?
Jen, there was a pretty incredible breach of internal U.S. military emails to the internet over the past 2 weeks. What are we learning?
Well, that's right, Brett. An extraordinary leak of sensitive but unclassified government data, about 3 terabytes, including emails and personnel data pertaining to U.S. Special Operations Command, spilled onto the internet for the past 2 weeks. The breach of the exposed server, now fixed, was found by a cybersecurity researcher and first reported by the news outlet TechCrunch, who alerted the Pentagon Sunday. Brett?
All right.